Hey, welcome to Failcraft, I'm Hammy, and in this 2-minute deck guide we're taking a look at Taiki's Japanese Priest deck. Taiki's Japanese version of the popular Chinese Priest focuses a bit more on minions than spells, and we'll run through it here. Firstly, let's have a look at decklist and general playstyle. Early game you're trying to fight for the board, you've got a lot of chunky minions and combos to do this. In the mid game you can really grab control. Sludge Belchers and Shredders give you a really strong table presence, and with your follow-up minions such as Sylvanas and the Black Knight you should be able to push away your opponent's threats. By the time you've got the table under control you should be looking to Toshley, Ysera with a mind control as backup to grab late game and win. 2 Zombie Chow gives you great trading options against early game aggression. Given Stalker is a target for Velen's Chosen and a good way of trading in the early to mid game. Wild Pyromancer is particularly good against aggro, combo it with spare parts to get free and cheap triggers. Shadow of Death, double of these because you don't have a big game hunter, use these for picking off key big enemy targets. Thought Steal is a great card that puts you ahead in terms of card advantage and is pretty key in mirror matches if you can get it off before your opposing priest. Velen's Chosen gives your early game minions additional punching power, can set up really good early to mid game trades and even do a big amount of damage to your opponent. Don't forget the spell power when you're using Holy Note. Double Deathlord is a bit of a risk, but against a lot of aggro decks your opponent just can't punch through this unless they have a silence. Don't play Deathlord against control decks who can easily remove it and get their minion advantage on the table. Shadow Murthness can set up some nice trades, and also don't forget Reversing Switch from Toshley. It combos well with spare parts, you can get some really nice trades, remove Belchers and so forth. Double Shredder gives you table control and also lets you push forward with good 2-for-1 minions. 2 Holy Novas is great against aggro. Don't forget Velen's Chosen's spell damage, it means you can strafe the table for 3 and sometimes even 4. Light Bomb you've only got 1 of, could perhaps have 2. You need to make sure that you use this at the optimum time, particularly against late game and control deck like Handlock that can have a big bunch of large attack minions. Cabal Shadow Priest, Sylvanas Windrunner and the Black Knight are your tempo changing cards. Cabal can take enemy minions and even combo with Reversing Switch if you have a spare part. Sylvanas is good to get set up and steal key enemy threats or force them to make bad plays. The Black Knight can be a game winner if you punch through a tank and then push forward with your minions for the win. Toshley has nice synergy in this deck. All of the spare parts have different little combos that can go with other cards in this deck. Cabal Shadow Priest, Sylvanas, the Black Knight and Wild Pyromancer amongst others. Ysera is your match-winning condition. If you've not managed to win by this point, dropping her and taking advantage of her dream cards should mean that you just outpower your opponent in the late game. Mind control is something that anyone playing a priest will be wary of. Try not to throw it down too early, because your opponent may have solutions to remove or get rid of the mind control card that you've stolen. For a full Mulligan guide, check out Taiki's decklist over on Hearthstone, but here's some quick tips. Against aggro, you're grabbing cards that will get you table control. Take a look at Chow, Cleric, Giblin Stalker, Dark Cultist, Deathlord, even Velen's Chosen. All of these should help you mop up aggro cards. It's later game or control decks, you're looking for Shredder, Thoughtsteal, Giblin and similar cards to try and get some pressure on early. Do make sure that you get as much value with your Light Bomb as you can. Don't play it too early if you've only got the one. Finally, let's take a look at a few possible card substitutions. In terms of card replacements, you can always look at another Night Bomb, another Thoughtsteal, Harrison Jones in a weapon-heavy metagame, Loatheb for general solid mid-tableness, another Pyromancer for aggro clear, or any other late-game minions that don't get hit by Big Game Hunter to help you finish up. Thanks for joining us to take a look at Taiki's Japanese Priest deck. Go and have a look at his decklist over on Hearthstone for a bunch more tips, and join us by subscribing below for more 2-minute deck guides, Hearthstone Half Hour, and a bunch more Hearthstone content. Thanks very much, take it easy.